गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्विताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपाद की जय। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गिरिधारी राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। जय प्रभुपाद की जय हो। Today I am doing the Prabhupada song कृष्ण तब पुण्य हबे भाई। जय प्रभुपाद की जय हो। कृष्ण तव पुण्य हबे भाई कृष्ण तव पुण्य हबे भाई हे पुण्य करिबे जबे राधा रानी खुशी हबे ध्रुवती बलि तो माताई श्री सिद्धांत सरस्वती शची सूत प्रियति कृष्ण सेवाय जार तुल्य नाई से महंत गुरु जगते रमते उरु कृष्ण भक्ति दे ठाई ठाई कृष्णं तव पूर्ण बे भाई तारा इच्छा बलवान पाशाते ते ठाण ठाण जतया ते गौरांगेर नाम पृथ्वी ते नगरादी आसमुद्र नदा नदी सकल इलय कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण तव पुण्य बे भाई ताहले आनंद होय तभी होय दिग्विजय चैतन्य कृपा अतिशय माया दुष्ट जत दुखी जगते सबाई सुखी वैष्णवेर इच्छा पूर्ण होय कृष्ण तव पूर्ण बे भाई ते कार्य हे करी बारे आज्ञा यदि दिले मोरे योग्य नहीं अति दीनहीन ताई से तोमार कृपा मागिते छी अनुरूपा आजी तुम्ही सबार प्रवीण कृष्ण तव पुण्य बे भाई तोमार से शक्ति पेले गुरु सेवाय वस्तु मिले जीवन सार्थक यदि होय से सेवा पेले ताहले सुखी होले तव संग भाग्य ते मिलय कृष्ण तव पुण्य बे भाई एवं जन्म निपतितं प्रभवाहि कूपे कामाभिकाममनुय प्रपत्तन् प्रसङ्गात् कृत्वात्मसात् सुरसिणा भगवन् गृहीतः सोऽहं कथनो विसृजे तव भृत्य सेवाम् तुम्ही मोर चिरसाथी भूलिया मायार लाठी खाइया छे जन्म जन्मांतरे आजे पुन ए सुयोग यदि होय योगायोग तबे पारी तुहे मिली बारे कृष्ण तव पुण्य बे भाई तुम्हार मिलने भाई आबार से सुख पाई गोचारणे धुरी दीन भोर कतवने छुटा छूटी वने खाई लुटा पूटी सी दीन कबे हबे मोर कृष्ण तव पुण्य हबे भाई आजी से सुविधाने तुम्हार स्मरण भेलो बड आशा डाकिला मताई आम्ही तोमार नित्य दास ताई करी एत आश तुम्ही विना अन्य गती नाही तुम्ही विना अन्य गती नाही कृष्ण तव पुण्य बे भाई कृष्णं तव पुण्य बे भाई जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हो थैंक यू प्रभु जी फॉर सो वंडरफुल सेवा दंडवत प्रणाम टू ऑल दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी
Hare Krishna. So, should I begin with Mangalacharan Prabhu or?
Santa Mata ji?
She is not around. She is little busy.
Okay, then you can start with the Mangalacharan.
Okay, good. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे हरे
No,
राम
look, look,
हरे
operation
राम
current track you
राम राम
the gram
हरे
whole
हरे
current you impact you like artificially. Now you might be able to breathe better now. तुमका भाई अपना हमारा क्लास चालू है तुमने પછી વાત
सिंधुभ्यैव
करो
च
या
पतितानां
ओके
पावनेभ्यो
ओके बाय
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome. Today we are going to do the recap of yesterday's wonderful lesson, lesson 99. So as you see on the screen, this is the theme 18, how Lord Balaram slays Rukmi. So this is the exciting lesson which we learned yesterday. Just give me a minute. Okay. So in this page, we see how dynamic is Krishna's progeny. So we are going to see how this question is, how can we say that the divine can be both one and many? This is the comment by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So you will have to explain how can we say that divine can be both one and many?
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Please, Prabhuji, please carry on.
The Krishna has a numerous sons and daughters symbolizes that infinite nature of the divine Mataji.
Yes, but how is it that he has infinite sons and daughters, but how is it that it is divine can be one and many?
Yeah, each child embodies the Krishna's qualities, and we
Yes,
also having the Krishna's qualities, Mataji. Yeah,
yes, wonderful. So
because we all from
each
Amshas of
child
Krishna.
embodies aspects of Krishna's qualities. Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So because of that, you see that there's not limited to one singular experience that is only Krishna, but then it is experienced in so many divine ways. There is so many children having all these qualities of the Lord. Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah,
The second,
mother also,
yes,
Krishna mother.
yes,
So that is one part, but the other part is that Krishna, like we are one time, one place, one time only. That's it.
yes,
But Krishna can expand. So that is the I look at it. That is the more divine children are
Yes.
born in materialists also, like our children sometimes look like us, right?
Yes.
And can inherit. But Krishna, with the 16,108 wives, and that's where Narad Muni was, bewildered, and he see that pastime,
Yes. Yes.
Right. I think that is I believe that is the main one divine, one Krishna can be with so many and doing all seemingly material activities, but they were not
Very
material
nice
also.
point. Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice.
Hare Krishna.
Actually, here Rashina Chakravarti Thakur is talking about what Prasad Prabhu said only, that because of the children, they are manifesting in diverse forms. Krishna's qualities which are reflecting in them. And because they're reflecting in them and they are manifesting it in diverse form, so it is not limited to this one singular experience that's only Krishna like that. So that is what he is trying to say. Because Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is emphasizing that Krishna's numerous sons and daughters are symbolizing his infinite nature of divine. That is mentioned in this multiplicity of progeny, Prabhu. So because they're talking about the progeny, what you said is correct. Excellent. But in this,
Mataji, Krishna is Anant. The
Anant, yes,
expansion is
Anant,
Anant. Right,
yes.
Mataji?
Krishna is Anant, his children also Anant. Yes, wonderful. And his qualities are also Anant. So we'll see the next question in this page is slide 2. Here is, what are the two categories of love shown by Lord Krishna's queens?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Premamayi and Kamamayi.
Yes, and can you please tell us the
Yes,
difference?
दे मतलब उनको डिमांड भी है भगवान से, कुछ ना कुछ एक्सपेक्टेशन भी है और प्रेम से सेवा भी करते हैं.
प्रेममयी सेवा. तो इन दोनों सेवाओं में क्या फर्क है? डिफरेंस क्या है?
Prem seva, pure prem Maya is pure love, selfless
Maya,
love.
not Maya, Mataji. Maya, Premamaya.
Maya. So, sorry, Maya. And Kam Maya is the lustful
Lustful reaction,
Huh.
lustful attraction.
physical allure.
Yesterday, Sharad Prabhu had given very nice shloka. Anybody remembers that? From the Chaitanya Charitamrita? No. आत्मेंद्रिय तृप्तिवांछा तारे बोले काम कृष्णेंद्रिय तृप्तिवांछा धरे प्रेम नाम. So
यस
here,
माता जी,
yes.
मतलब जो भगवान के इंद्रियों को संतुष्ट करते हैं वो प्रेममयी है और जो खुद की इंद्रियों को संतुष्ट करते हैं वो काममयी है.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you very much. So we will go on to the next slide. Here, please explain the theme of divine mystery. That is, what is the divine mystery here, and what is Yogamaya's role there, and how can we as living entities benefit from this divine mystery?
His divine nature illustrates the divine mystery where human understanding is limited in grasping the full essence of the divine.
Yeah, but what is that divine?
What is that? And that divine potency allows the queen to be enchanted by him without fully comprehending his divine nature. That is, and his
That is the
queens are
divine mystery.
captivated. His queens
That
are
means, can you
captivated
tell
by
in
him.
your own words, please?
Human understanding in the face of sacred mystery suggests that to recognize this mystery is essential for spiritual growth, as it reflects the need for humility.
Yes, but what is
Yeah.
it that is so divine, and what is it that is so mysterious?
Yeah. So, Mother, Krishna, who can understand Krishna fully, right? So that
Yeah.
is the one part. He was playing role like a normal husband,
Yeah.
and everybody, the queens were happy. They thought Krishna is only with individually, but nobody knows Krishna's depth, right?
Yes.
And hard way we Rukmini understood that. Just we had one couple of chapters back, right?
Yeah.
So understood that. So that is again that shows his divinity, what he thinks, and what he does very difficult to comprehend, because he sees much larger picture. He sees the divine picture, whereas we
Yeah.
are very narrow in a mundane sense.
Yeah.
With whatever knowledge we have,
Yeah.
whatever we see that with our intellect, we try to connect with that, but that's not the true with Lord. So queens, they thought they know understood Krishna, but not there, because they didn't know how great he is. That's
Very
what I
good.
can see that.
Then divine mystery you explained. What is the role of Yogamaya? Can you tell also?
Yeah, so Maya, influence also those queens,
Yeah.
because Maya's, I think last or that previous we saw how Maya facilitated without knowing the people. So either they can put Krishna into that illusion, or the queens, so that the pastimes can be carried out without exposing exactly.
Giving.
So in this case, we see the queens
Yeah.
also, right?
Without
Yeah.
exposing their
माता जी
divinity.
एक पॉइंट
Yeah.
ऐसा
Yes.
है कि योग माया जो है वो डिवोटी को बिवल्डर करते हैं
Yes.
तो जैसे उनकी लीला अच्छे से चल सके, और जो
Yes.
महामाया है वो जो नॉन
Yes.
डिवोटी है उनको bewilder करते हैं।
Non-devotees. Yes, yes, correct. How can we benefit from that? इससे हमको क्या मिलेगा? क्या अंडरस्टैंड हम लोग कर सकते हैं?
हमें ह्यूमिलिटी डेवलप होएगी
Yes.
माता जी,
Yes.
and we realize that
And
you
it is
know,
essential for our spiritual growth.
हम समझ पाएंगे कि ये दोनों का अगर अलग अलग वर्क को हम समझ पाएंगे तो हम उस तरह हम स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ हमारा अच्छे से बढ़ पाएगा।
नहीं, हम ये समझ पाएंगे दैट इवन बियॉन्ड ये जो डिवाइन ट्रांसेंडेंस है, जो कृष्णा का डिवाइन डिविनिटी है, ये हमारे सर से ऊपर है, यानी इट इज बियॉन्ड आवर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन। ये हमको समझ में आएगा और हम बहुत हम्बल हो जाएंगे। ये ह्यूमिलिटी हम में डेवलप हो जाएगी। ये हमारे स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ के लिए बहुत जरूरी है। दैट इज व्हाट इज
तो हम सरेंडर अच्छे से कर पाएंगे।
हाँ, this is what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying. Yes,
Yes.
thank you very much. Very nice. We'll go to the next. Okay, sorry, but there was one more question there in that slide. Question is, what is the concept of Vibhumna?
Yes, Maata ji, Vibhu, he is a Vibhu, मतलब he has all interesting quality, सब quality उनमें है, और
हाँ,
हम जो है वो अणु है, हमें
हाँ,
है मगर बहुत ही क्वालिटी है, मगर हमें बहुत ही क्वांटिटी बहुत कम है। भगवान
हाँ,
में बहुत बड़ी क्वालिटी में भी है, भगवान के पास सब क्वालिटी है।
हाँ,
he is
very good.
Trigunatita, no, but he cannot come under the control of the three three
Queens as well
gunas.
as the worldly attractions. Okay? The queens are going to attract him by the material ways, then he cannot be attracted by that, by the beauty or by their qualities. Why? Because he has intrinsic value. He is having intrinsic qualities. What are those intrinsic qualities? We call it as swabhava, like something which is, it is inside you. You don't have to like gather it or acquire it. It is within you. So it is these qualities are called as intrinsic.
Spiritual quality we may call.
Spiritual quality, but it is inside. It is not outside. It is not like an upadhi. Like if I say I am a woman or I am a beautiful woman, then what is it? It's an upadhi, because I am not a woman by chance. I am a jivatma. I am a jivatma. So I am not a woman as such. But for in Krishna's case, it is not like that. If Krishna says that he has these qualities, then that is his Swabhavata qualities, that is his intrinsic qualities. Right. So
Beauty of
this is
heart,
called as
Body and
Swarupa.
his soul both are same, right?
That is called as his Swarupa Lakshana. So, and what we are having is not our Swarupa Lakshana, right? Because what we are having is not the truth, right? It is only for this little lifetime which we are living. We are a human being. We are having these qualities. But in Krishna's case, it is permanent now. So it is his Swarupa Lakshana. So it is his intrinsic quality. Yeah. So that is the Vibhumna quality concept. Okay, so we'll go to the next page. The next slide, we want to know, how do the queens lovingly communicate with Krishna? What are the intimate
Through
exchanges?
gestures, glances, and intimate exchanges. Okay, through that they exchange love, Mataji. The
Yes.
queen. Yeah.
Yes, they have. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that there are various expressions of love they got. They are looking from their corners of their eyes, they are glancing at Krishna, they're having intimate exchanges, they are beautiful dialogues, and this is showing a very rich engagement between Krishna and the queens about their relationships. So he's saying it is both verbal and non-verbal. So verbal means what? They're talking sweetly with Krishna, praising him like that. And non-verbal means what? They're just showing their love through their eyes and different beautiful movements of their bodies.
So not just their with Vani, they are also involved with other Indriyas also with him.
Yeah.
Like they're completely involved with him.
Completely, they're completely mesmerized.
Mataji, in spite of having so many maid servants, they are serving personally to Lord.
Yes, that is also a very wonderful point. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. So next question will be, what do the interactions of Krishna and his queens tell us? That genuine love can be communicated in so many ways.
मतलब Mataji, spirituality and mundane both are coexist. हम
Existing.
साथ में रह सकते हैं, मतलब जैसे कि हम मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में रहते हैं, मगर हम जैसे जैसे भगवान की सेवा करते जाएंगे तो हम स्पिरिचुअल और मटेरियल वर्ल्ड दोनों में रह सकते हैं.
हाँ हाँ, करेक्ट. होलिस्टिक व्यू यानी
होलिस्टिक व्यू, राइट राइट.
होलिस्टिक डिवाइन भी होता है वहां पे, एंड देयर इज आल्सो एवरीडे एक्सपीरियंसेस. Along with that, we have divine experiences also. Yes, thank you very much. Then we go to the next slide. In this slide, why was the marriage of Krishna's grandson to Rukmi's granddaughter a societal taboo? Why was it a societal taboo? But taboo yani, why was it
it's not good. It's a
Yeah,
taboo.
it's not.
It's rejected or not good.
Yes.
Yeah, because Krishna was enemy. Rukmi was envious to Krishna. In this place, such a solemn occasion of marriage is not a nice thing, right? So, a different. The different, there's a difference. Intimacy, and I think a lot of things are given here. One should not marry with the family of the enemy.
Yes.
That is the way it's looked
Main
here.
thing, yeah, main thing is that, correct.
Main is,
Marrying into
yeah.
enemy's
It's a
family.
scriptural injunction.
Yes.
Injunction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is particularly, it was mentioned that we should not marry into enemy's family. Yeah. But what to do? This happened, and Rukmini was so much, he was in love with his sister Rukmini that to pacify her, he agreed to this. Otherwise, that would not have happened. So, that was the main thing. The whole slide is talking about that only, how the complexities are of a human interactions and all that, and how we should not, the context is what? Context is between, there's two things. Ethical decision making has to be done, because ethics is what? Don't marry into enemy families. But then duty is there, familial loyalty is there. So you should be loyal to your family also, which Rukmi is doing. So there is love also, there is enmity also. So Rukmi is in love with his sister, so he is agreeing. But actually he is in enmity with Krishna, so he should not have agreed. So that is the whole issue in this passage. So these are the same questions which we discussed very nicely.
माता जी ये सिचुएशन को प्रेजेंटली सिचुएशन में कैसे समझा जाए? अगर ये सिचुएशन यहाँ पे अभी होती है तो कैसे हम इसको डील कर सकते हैं?
एक तो है कि we have to see whether they are really the enemies in what way, like spiritual enemies or material enemies. कौन से काइंड के एनिमीज हैं ये, और अगर वो मटेरियल एनिमीज हैं तो दूर ही रहना चाहिए उनसे, करना ही नहीं चाहिए शादी। स्पिरिचुअल एनिमीज तो कैसे होंगे? मीन्स स्पिरिचुअल एनिमीज मतलब दे आर नॉन डिवोटीज, वी आर डिवोटीज. So if we have to see, then we have to see whether they are possibility is there for them to become devotees or absolutely no. If there is absolutely no possibilities of them becoming devotees, मीन्स घोर मांस खाते हैं ये वो, तो ऐसे शादी नहीं करना चाहिए ना, है ना?
यस मैम,
नहीं तो
थैंक यू
ऐसे ही हो जाएगा कुछ अनिष्ट, जैसे इसमें अनिष्ट हुआ था, उसी का डेथ हो गया, है ना, रुक्मी का.
At one point, Mataji, which I would
Yes,
like to mention, okay, I don't know. If you love somebody, okay, we are saying that Rukmini is really loving Rukmini. But like when you really love someone, okay, whatever that person really likes, he also likes. So I don't know. This is basically because of man's ego and all that bringing into the picture, okay, and because of that, that enmity and envy is continuing for Rukmini.
so
Just a thought, ma'am.
somewhere we
Just
have to
a
draw a
thought.
line, because we don't know really how much he loved. If he really loved Rukmini and more than his ego, then he would have let her marry Krishna.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
he's loving his ego more than Rukmini. But
Ah,
once in a while he feels for her because he is feeling bad, because he has done something wrong to her. So he is feeling that he can somehow patch up, by allowing this marriage to happen. But inside his heart is not. The duplicities है ना. Inside his heart he wants to show that Krishna and Balaram are cowherd boys. They don't know anything. They are lesser. Inside his heart he wants to do that. But superficially he is trying to pacify his sister Rukmini even after so many years.
माता जी यहाँ पे ये भी कह सकते हैं कि जैसे कुछ अपना एक रिवेंज लेने के लिए, जो रुक्मिणी ने शादी किया कृष्णा से, तो इसने उसको अपना कुछ रिवेंज लेने के लिए भी हो सकता माइंड में.
बट
बिकॉज
इसमें ऐसा नहीं लिखा है, इसमें यही लिखा है कि
इसमें नहीं है,
हाँ, इसमें लिखा
लेकिन
है कि वो she was his dear sister, and because he was in love with her as a sister, so but actually go to see his envious nature, his love will not last so long. It will come and go because his ego will take over most of the time, and he wants to show Krishna and Balaram to be at lower standard than himself.
पता
Okay.
है, वेरी ट्रू. मतलब अगर ये बहुत प्योर लव होता तो ये बलराम जी के साथ जो इंसिडेंट हुआ नहीं होता. वो
हाँ,
उनको ऐसे इन्वोक नहीं करते
बहुत ही
उनका
नहीं होता.
एंगर.
वो कृष्णा से भी वो
हाँ,
एनिमिटी नहीं रखता ना.
ये
कृष्णा से भी एनिमिटी नहीं रखता वो, अगर शी वाज
तो
रियली
इट क्लियरली शो द सुपरफिशियल लव, आई थिंक.
सुपरफिशियल लव.
यस मैडम.
So now we'll go to the slide 8 where it says, how does this game of dice come about? How did it start and who were the players?
Rukmi actually challenged Balrama because he knew that,
But how did it come about? Like, why Rukmi only challenged and why he only chose the game of dice?
Because he knew
Because-
that this Balram
Balaram.
ji was only a cowhead. He used to herd the
He
cows
is
and
not the expert in the dice
not
game.
expert in this, and he never
Yeah.
played the game of dice.
Yes. And he was encouraged like that by the
Other
whom?
kings.
Other kings. Yes, wonderful. So he was encouraged by other kings and they instigated him. Come on, call Balaram to fight, because you know that he doesn't know the game of dice. He is only a coward boy. So like that, then Rukmi challenged Balaramji. Okay, what was the auspicious occasion and who had assembled at Bhojakatha?
marriage of Krishna's grandson.
Who is that?
Aniruddha.
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 And
this
Rochana. Rochana.
Rochana. Who is Rochana?
granddaughter of
Daughter of Rukmi.
Rukmi.
Okay, so that was the auspicious occasion. And who all are assembled there?
All the prominent figures, Lord Baldeva, Lord Krishna, Rukmini was there, the families were there.
Yes, all the families from both the sides. Thank you very much, Pankaj. Who was cheating and what did the aerial voice say?
Rukmi was
Who was
cheating.
cheating?
Rukmi was cheating, okay. And what did the aerial voice say?
Ariel voice said that Rukmi is cheating. Balram has won the game.
Yes.
But Rukmi would not agree that he won. So in
Yes.
spite of the warning, he still continued with his insults.
See, aerial voice means actually divine intervention, means actually the devas, the devatas who are watching everything actually. The devatas are watching all our activities. Yes, all our activities, whether we are in dark or whether we are in the light and whatever we do, everything is watched by the devatas.
And the Akashvani also proved that, it wanted to show everyone that Rukmi was wrong.
Yes. And in spite of this, Rukmi went on saying that he had won and he went on cheating. Yes. So what happens then? What did Balaram's anger, Rukmini's happiness, and Krishna's silence? Now this I'm going to show you slide number 9, slide number 11, slide number 12 actually. All these slides are talking about this. So let's go one by one. Let's talk about what does Balaram's anger tell us? So I'll show you the slide number 11 after you answer from this slide, because the same question will go on slide number 11. So
Voice against injustice.
Balaram's anger. Yeah, correct. So this is Balaram is, what is Balaram's reaction is telling us?
Morally, it is wrong to cheat someone.
Justice, yes. It's talking about justice. So
Justice.
yeah. So that his anger, his violence. Now, okay, I'll show you 11th slide. Okay, this slide. Okay, this one. Sorry. 1 minute. Okay, sorry about it. Here it's only Rukmini's and Krishna's. So we'll concentrate again on Balaram's here. When we come to Rukmini's, we'll go to the 11th slide. So slide number 9, what it says here is that Balaramji was right in his what he did. What did Balaramji do? He hit Rukmi on his head with his club and Rukmi died. So it was violent, right? So violence is actually justified because why was it justified?
Because there was voice from
Yeah.
Akashvani that Balram is victorious.
Yeah. So Balaram's anger was justified actually in this case. That is what it says. Then
Rukmi was openly doing wrong.
Yes, very good. Rukmi was openly doing injustice. Okay, so he was served with the right decision. Okay, so next, Rukmini's happiness. What does it tell us?
Internally, she was happy.
Yes.
But due to her brother's death, she felt little unhappy. But her internal satisfaction was thinking that this was right thing. What happened was right thing.
Yes, and superficially, she was feeling Superficially, because of course he was her brother, right? So
Yeah.
basically 11th year.
So she was feeling a
Yeah,
little bit.
his internal joy was there despite external appearance means she was crying because her brother. She was not totally crying. She was also scared of crying so much because looking at Krishna and Balaram. So she didn't know what to do, but she was externally showing that she is sad, but internally she was very happy.
She is
What does it show
clearly
us?
understood, Mataji.
Yeah.
What is the superficial and what is the true.
Yeah. So
True
what does
love.
it tell us?
That one has
Though
to
relations
maintain.
are complex, affections, layers of affections are not always the same.
Yes, there's so many layers of emotions, human emotions. There's so many emotions actually in our heart, and they're so complex. They're so complex. Sometimes we fail to even recognize or understand our own emotions. Sometimes some come on the top, and sometimes some are deep within us. Okay, sometimes not visible, but enough to everybody. But actually, we know externally it's not visible, but we know right deep within our heart, the emotions are embedded. So this complexity of relationships, complexity of emotions, this was all shown in this case.
Mataji,
In this
it
case,
was,
yes,
it was, it tells us that one has to maintain a harmony. It is the most crucial point. Harmony should be maintained.
harmony. Yes, harmony is yes. Rukmini was doing that, but she was internally happy. So but she didn't show that happiness. It would mean something else, right? So here actually we are talking about a different emotions, layers of emotions which a human being carries, human emotions in his heart that we have also experienced, isn't it? Yeah, we have so many emotions in our hearts. Not that every emotion we show on on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Mataji,
pick and
can
choose.
we connect here with the Narad ji past life? जब भी वो बच्चे थे छोटे, जब भी उनकी माता का अवसान हुआ, तभी वो इंटरनली वो ही वाज वेरी हैप्पी कि अभी मैं जा पाऊंगा, और मगर बाहर से थोड़े दिखा रहे थे. यहाँ पे हम
Very
कनेक्ट
nice.
कर सकते हैं.
There's so many like this, very nice examples which you are all giving. Thank you so much, Raksha Mataji. Yes, there's so many like this, so many examples are there. Where internally you are feeling something else, but externally you're showing something else. Yes, and happens in our day-to-day lives also. So yes, Charu Prabhu.
Let's hear from somebody else also, like Prasad Prabhu, Radha Vinod Prabhu, Sanju Prabhu is there. Let's hear from them too also. The same 2-3 people are just talking all the time.
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm involved. Yeah.
Prasad Prabhu has replied many times. We are no only, I think only Sanjeev Prabhu. Everybody has replied actually. Today, Rajkumari Mataji. Only Sanjeev Prabhu, Badal Prabhu, Nitya Saki Mataji. I think these three have to reply. If you get a chance, please try. We are now talking about Krishna's silence. Why was Krishna silent? And what does Krishna's silence tell us?
This is the very most important point in this lesson.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavat Pranam. Krishna was silent as the mediator and protector, and he was concerned about breaking the tie with Balaram and
Yes.
And he was trying to keep the harmony.
Yes. Very good. Very good, Mataji. Thank you. So first
Harmony
thing
between
was
harmony between who? Harmony between who?
Between familial bonds.
Family means who? What family is involved? Who is a member of that family?
Rukmini and Rochana.
Yeah, correct. Rukmini. That Rukmini is the brother. Rukmini, right?
Rukmini.
So
Rukmini
Krishna's position was very delicate here, and he
yes.
handled it kind of quite diplomatically.
Yes, because now Rukmi was gone, so we didn't have to worry about Rukmi. But then Balaramji and Rukmini, now because Rukmini is now feeling, oh my, Krishna is thinking, okay, now Rukmini must be feeling that Balaramji killed my brother, and so he was thinking that what is going on in Rukmini's mind. Balramji was already angry, but now Krishna is thinking what is going in Rukmini's mind. If I say yes, yes, what Balramji has done right, then Rukmini will feel bad. If I say why did Balramji kill Rukmini, he could have just chastised him or something like, then Rukmini will feel bad. So it is like Balaramji will feel bad or Rukmini will feel bad. So he just kept silent because he didn't want anybody to feel bad because of his comments. So he just remained silent, and he was keeping the harmony in that way among the two family members, Rukmini and
Imagine the occasion. The occasion was Anirudh's wedding.
Yeah.
Such a very happy occasion, and this thing happened, you know.
Yes.
इससे हमें एक चीज सीखने को मिलती है माता जी कि ऐसे केसेस में जो हमारे जनरल केसेस में मीडिएटर को जो है चुप रहना चाहिए। जैसे एक तरफ ब्रदर है, एक तरफ वाइफ है, तो ऐसे केसेस में चुप रहना ब्रिंग्स हार्मनी। नहीं तो आगे
Sometimes
और
you can-
रिलेशन खराब होते हैं अगर ऐसे बोला
Sometimes
जाए
you can say lot thing by just silence, you know.
Yes, Prabhu.
Being
That's what
silent, you can say a lot of things.
Yes. Silence speaks much more than words. Sometimes when you're silent, we will think what they want to think.
माता जी हमारे घर में ये सिचुएशन होती, मतलब हमारे घर में यही हैबिट है, कुछ भी अगर कुछ गुस्सा भी हो जाए तो हम सब चुप हो जाते, बस थोड़े टाइम में वो सब चला जाता है, फिर अच्छे से वापस हो जाते हैं। जितना साइलेंस रहेंगे तो घर में बहुत ही शांति रहती है।
हाँ,
एडवर्स सिचुएशन में।
या एम्फसिस किस पे है? एम्फसिस है कि पीस ओवर स्ट्राइफ, यानी झगड़े के ऊपर शांति। शांति
इतनी बात सीखने मिलती है, देखो कितनी, how many things we learn from this case, you know, this particular pastime.
Yes, we can learn so many things, that we have to keep silent in case of these conflicts, like that. So many things we learn, and how we can do mediating by just keeping quiet.
Silence is golden, huh?
Silence is golden. Correct. Okay, so we go to the next slide. What was the cause of Rukmi's downfall?
His pride is arrogance.
Yes,
Okay.
his pride is arrogance, and his self-confidence. Self-confidence in the wrong way, like in the proud way or in an arrogant way. So not in a self-confidence is a good thing, but it should not come in a very negative way, like it came in Rukmi's case.
No,
Yeah.
but in this case only, it's not only Rukmi. All other kings, they were against, right? They were together, and they promoted him. He became a face of them. So just like in the last time also, we saw all the king, they wanted to stop marriage of Rukmini.
Yes.
So this was another way of interacting, right? So it is not a Rukmi alone, but others were also there.
Rukmi, if I was alone, I think he didn't have the guts.
Possibly.
But because he was also having his chelas, you can say, all the kings were on his side. So he was also showing off his arrogance.
The real tussle was Krishna being a coward and Kshatriyas being those kingly and status, right? So the difference between these two status, and I think this was a classical example. They thought that we are supreme. Then
they still considered Krishna coward. Krishna only played that role only for 11 years. But after that, how many 99 years he was a king only. He was showing he was the son of Vasudeva, and but still they want to pick on that. They want to say that Krishna was coward. So it shows how they want to really, really want to put Krishna down because of their enmity towards Krishna. So what does next question, what does intense greed lead to? Here in this case, what this intense greed, what does it lead to?
It always leads to unethical behavior.
Yes, very good. Unethical behavior. And here what it was doing? What were they doing? What were they doing actually?
It consumed the individual. वो greed हमें खा
Yes,
जाती है.
but because of the greed, what was going on here? What was happening?
They were humiliating Balram.
Yes. One more thing. Escalating bets. You know the bets? Okay. 10 million, 100 million, 1,000. Like this is the greed. This greed means makes you like, when you are sitting when you are playing, especially game of dice and all that. So
Never ending.
yeah, you just go on escalating the bets without even knowledge, like even auctions also, when they go for auctions, I will buy this. That value is not even there. That's only one, maybe some few $100, but you will go on saying, no, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $1 million. It goes on because you're greedy. You're greedy. You want to show off. Here in the bets, this is what is happening here. Escalating
It's all
bets.
because of the ego, Mataji. It's
Ego.
not even greedy. Ego.
Ego is correct. Ego is also there, and also they are unknowingly they are betting. They are betting more and more and more. So it is here.
Let me make it a little bit more interesting. This particular pastime. Now I am asking all of you, compare and contrast a situation when Krishna killed in the Rajasuya sacrifice, Krishna killed Shishupal, right? But
I was
just
about to say
compare and
that.
contrast. Compare and contrast. Seemingly they look very similar situation, but both Asman Jameen का fair difference है उसमें.
Yeah, in that case, Rajshaya, Krishna gave 100 time excuse.
Exactly.
He let him go. He showed his compassion. He wanted thing not to escalate. So it's not one time, two time, three times, right? We get angry,
Exactly.
but 100 time is not a joke.
That was a very happy,
yeah.
very auspicious occasion. Actually,
Yeah.
a sacrifice.
Sure.
Shishupal's mother, whose mother named Shruti Shava, right? Shruti Shava, Krishna ki bua hoti hai. Krishna's aunt. The elder aunt is of course Kunti Mata, but the Shruti Shava was another aunt was there, and of course Shishupal's father was Dabaghosh, right? So Shruti Shava, Krishna had promised when Shishupal was born there, that I would not kill him. I will give him chance for 100 times when he commits the same offense. Then only I will kill him. So happy occasion was there both times. Both times these kind of things happen, killing, right? But कितने आसमान जमीन का fair difference है उसमें. What happened here and there, So always try to different pastimes. You need to also think, from a larger perspective. Sorry,
Okay.
Mataji, आपको interrupt कर रहा हूँ मैं.
No problem, Prabhu. That's so nice. Because actually, I was also going to say the same thing. I was going to
sorry.
ask to.
I stole the thunder from you.
So it looks like we are thinking the same way. So okay. So the third question is.
It is telepathy. It is called telepathy.
Telepathy. Now, how do the gods or the devatas ensure that the truth prevails?
Same Bhagavata Yadai Dharma Paritranaya Sadhana Vinasacha. So again, here we see that truth should prevail. That means the religiosity should prevail, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end, somehow or other way, they will make it sure when Lord presence is there, it cannot go, right?
Yeah,
So
but how do the devatas, how do they ensure that truth is prevailing? How do the devatas ensure?
In this Akashvani, they do not.
Akashvani, very good.
through that.
Akashvani, because they intervene, and it is not their business actually to intervene. They don't have to, but because they want to see that the truth is prevailing, and in such dire consequences are going to happen. So in that time only they will come out and they will do Akashvani. Not
Do you
every time.
remember? Do you remember another occasion such Akashvani did such a terrible things too? Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
What was the
During
occasion?
Devchi's
the,
marriage.
they,
Devchi's
See,
marriage.
you're comparing, contrast all these different pastimes. You have to remember.
Yes.
So that time also Akashvani happened, and
Yes.
that played a major role in the whole Bhagavatam. Remember?
Yes.
Kamsa
If
learned
that
that time.
Akashvani had not happened, Kamsa would happily have sent his sister back, and everything would have been nice. Because of the Akashvani, everything went upside down.
Prabhuji, even in
would,
case of Dushyanta and Shakuntala, there was Akashvani.
Yes, very good. Dushyanta and Shakuntala also there was. So now let us come to the final slide. What was the consequence of Rukmi's death?
His unethical behavior.
Yeah, but what was the consequence? What happened because of Rukmi's death? What happened? What did it lead to? What happened?
their bond, Krishna's and Balram's bonding became deepened.
Very good. Deepened the bond between Krishna and Balaram. Very nice. And then?
And Rukmini, though she was internal satisfied,
Yeah,
as for
internally
the faces
satisfied.
of her side, but emotionally she was, due to her brother's death, it affected her connection to her family.
Why was it that? Remember?
Yeah, because
what was the Rukmi's relationship with Krishna? Right? They were enemies. Rukmi was very envious of Krishna.
Yes. Very nice. Thank you, Harsha Mataji. Wonderful. So, the last question for today. How did Lord Balaram justify his violent action?
He thought that it was necessary to uphold the righteousness and
Yes. Very good.
deceit.
Yes. Very good. In future also there should be no deceit. Nobody should cheat others. So he took care of that, and he wanted to uphold righteousness. So he said that what he did was correct. So he defended himself. Right?
Establish that. No? That's it.
Yes. Thank you all very much for wonderfully participating. And I end here. Samta Mataji, I'll hand over to you. Thank you very much.
I have got one question.
Yes, sir.
Now, you see, if somebody dies in the family, then no auspicious events can take place. But
Yes.
here, Rukmi died, but the marriage ceremony went on. What was the reason?
Because all auspicious Krishna was there.
Yes.
No. What is given in the Shastras? What are the injunctions of the Shastras?
आतताई
The death
आतताई को मारना जरूरी है प्रभु जी जो चीटिंग करता है
No, but still he was a member of the family.
Yeah, bride's father.
I'll
If it's
give.
on the woman's side, then I think, because if it's on the girl's side, then the girl marriage should not be stopped. So I think that's
No. I'll give you the answer. It is given in the Garuda Purana. If the ceremony has started and something happens, untoward happens, then that does not affect the ceremony. That is what is the injunction of the Shastra.
Yeah, because we can take the same thing what Charu Prabhu said about the Rajasuya Yajna. There also
Even good over evil, right? good over evil.
So when the thing has started already, then there's if something happens in the cause during the ceremony, then you cannot stop the
Yes.
ceremony. Yes.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
Prabhu. Very nice
સારું
point.
પ્રભુજી, આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ ને, લગ્ન લખાઈ જાય પછી ગમે પરિસ્થિતિ આવે લગ્ન પૂરા કરવા જ પડે.
Exactly.
રાઈટ રાઈટ.
Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful point. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Samta Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Dandavat pranam.
Good job
Such
done, Archana Mataji. Very good job, and all the participants.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so
That
much.
makes me very happy. This kind of discussion takes place. I think you'll agree with me. A lot more we can learn from these recap sessions than actual lecture.
Yes. We are
Yes,
all
પ્રભુજી,
alive.
even we can remember other pastime also. That is also very nice, ना? कि हम दूसरे
Discussion
pastime को भी
happens
याद
like
कर
a
सकते हैं.
healthy
Yes,
discussion.
Mataji.
Almost
Yes,
we are
Mataji.
having an equal learning.
Now,
As
something
a
very
organization.
happy things happening to Samta Mataji. Let me remind you all, this is 100th lesson. Samta
Wonderful.
Mataji,
Big Hari Bol, Big Hari Bol, Big Hari Bol.
Hari bol, Hari bol.
Hari bol.
Samta Mataji, congratulations.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Dandavat pranam for
Mataji.
the opportunity. Dandavat pranam for the opportunity.
Prabhuji,
So-
congratulations to you also. You made a tremendous PPTs.
No, that's
PPT.
we are all together. We are all the same boat. But
No,
Samanta
Prabhuji, but-
Mataji, the great Almighty has selected her to get that honor.
No, Prabhuji, without your PPTs, we are completely lost. The whole session is developed based on that. That is the fundamental requirement, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. Haribol. Go ahead, Mataji.
Yes. Hare Krishna. So thank you so much, Archana Mataji, for the amazing recap session as usual, and Raksha Mataji for a beautiful Kirtan session, and a very interesting recap session that we all enjoyed. Let us go ahead today. I seek blessings from Jaru Prabhuji, Sharad Prabhuji, and all of you who are assembled here today. Please give me your blessings and please correct me if I go wrong. So let me start off with a very small prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Naishtaki Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Prabhupada. So, as Prabhuji said, today is the milestone lesson of our Advanced Bhagavatam course. We have reached the 100th PowerPoint slide. And in this, we will be covering chapter 62. We very beautifully saw the genealogy of Lord Krishna and how Rukmini gets slayed. Now we continue with the further events. In chapter 62, we will see the meeting of Usha and Aniruddha. So now we know who is Aniruddha. We will now learn who is Usha and we will see how they meet. So that will be covered in chapter 62. Followed by, in the next session, we'll see chapter 63, that because of this meeting of Usha and Aniruddha, there is a battle between the two most celebrated lords, Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva. So that will be a very interesting session. And followed by chapter 64, which is the deliverance of this king Indrika. So let us start today with today's chapter, which is chapter 62 and our lesson 100. So this particular chapter, the meeting of Usha and Anirudh, has been divided into 3 parts. In the first 9 shlokas, we will be introduced to this personality called Banasura. We will learn about him, who is he, and because he's an Asura by the name we can make out, Asuras are always foolish and arrogant also. So we will see because of his foolishness, his arrogance, he made Lord Shiva angry. So that will be covered in the first part, which is the first 9 verses, followed by the second part, wherein we will see that Usha is actually Banasura's daughter, and she falls in love with Aniruddha, who is the grandson of Lord Krishna, and how Usha, with the help of her maidservant, she gets Aniruddha to her palace. So that will be covered in this second part. And finally, in the third part, we see that when Banasura, he comes to know about Usha and Aniruddha's staying together in the palace, he comes and arrests Aniruddha. So that will be covered. So this is where our today's chapter will end. So let us first start with the story, which is Usha meeting Aniruddha. Now first, Parikshit Maharaj here, he wants to know, he is very eager to know from Sukdev Goswami that how did Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna, they battle against each other. So he wanted to know this interesting narration. And Sukdev Goswami tells him, my dear king, you must have heard of Lord Bali. So we all know the very very famous Lord Bali, King Bali, Maharaj Bali, who had given the whole earth to the whole world to Vamandev, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So Bali Maharaj had 100 sons, and his eldest son was Banasura. So Banasura comes from the lineage of Bali Maharaj. So he is his first son out of 100 sons. So now this Banasura basically was not like before he got into the conflict with Lord Krishna. To start off with, he was a great hero. Banasura, why? The first point is he was born to Maharaj Bali, and Maharaj Bali was a very celebrated personality in our culture. He is known for his generosity and his devotion to Lord Vishnu, to Vamandev. So Bali Maharaj, he is Bali Maharaj's son, so that is his first quality. Then he was also, Banasura was also very great devotee of Lord Shiva, and he would do anything to serve Lord Shiva. So he was completely devoted to Lord Shiva. And because of this devotion, because as we know, Lord Shiva is Ashutosha, he gets pleased very easily. Because of his devotion to Lord Shiva, Banasura had earned a very great position in the society. He was honored in all ways in the society. And Banasura himself was very intelligent, and he was very liberal, and everybody would praise him. Why they would praise him? Because he never actually deviated from his promise, and he would fulfill his vows, and he was very truthful. And this Banasura, so he was not an ordinary person. He had established himself. He had a status. He was a king. So at that time, he was ruling this city called Shonatipura. So he was the ruler of this particular city. And because Lord Shiva had blessed him, Banasura had 1,000 arms. And because of this, he became so powerful that even the demigods used to obey him. Demigods would serve him, they would obey him. So he had that kind of position. So he was very, very powerful. So once what happens, it was long back when Lord Shiva, we know he's Natraj. He is known for his Tandav Nritya, and because of Lord Shiva was once dancing rhythmically. So what did Banasura do? He started playing drums with his 1,000 hands. So that's how for that particular service that he rendered to Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva became very, very affectionate to him. And then he told him that now, whatever is your wish, you tell me, what do you want? I'm very pleased with you. So, Banasura, what is he asking Lord Shiva? He is saying that, my dear Lord, If you are pleased with me, then you remain with me in my city, Shonatipura, just to protect me from my enemies. So what did he do? He made Lord Shiva his guard. So that further highlights the power of Banasura, that the greatest of the great Vaishnava and Devata is guarding Banasura. So that is Banasura's status. That is his achievement. So he was so powerful. So then, once upon a time, what happened? Banasura came to Lord Shiva and he is offering his obeisances to Lord Shiva. So, how did he do that? He touched the lotus feet of Lord Shiva with his helmet. And just imagine his helmet. His helmet was like a big sun globe. And with that helmet, he offered his obeisances to Lord Shiva. And while paying his obeisances, what is he telling to Lord Shiva? He's saying, my dear Lord, it is so easy to achieve whatever one wants. So if one person is very, very ambitious, he can fulfill all his ambition, all his desires, just by taking shelter of your lotus feet. So your lotus feet are like desire tree, and one can get anything one desires because of your blessings and by serving your lotus feet. So he's saying, my dear Lord, you have given me 1,000 arms, but I don't know what to do with them. So they are like simply a burden on my body. And because I cannot use them properly in fighting. Why? Because I cannot find anyone who is competent to fight with me except for you. So nobody is competent to fight with me. Only you, your lordship, you can fight with me. The original father of the material world, you can fight with me. So he says that sometimes I feel a very strong urge to fight with my arms, and I don't find a suitable opponent, a suitable warrior. So because everybody who sees me, they know about my power, and they just run away, and then I am baffled. I don't find my match, and just to satisfy the itching of my arms, what do? I go by beating them against the mountains and uh, breaking them into pieces. So this is what he confessed to Lord Shiva when he came to pay him obeisances. So Lord Shiva then realized that this benediction that he has given to Banasura has actually become troublesome. And so he addressed him. He actually got angry. He said, you rascal, you are eager to fight, but you cannot find anyone. But you don't worry. You think that nobody in this world except me can be a suitable opponent for you, but eventually you will find your opponent, your competent warrior for yourself. And when that day comes, that will be the end of your life, and your flag of victory will fall down. It will no longer fly in the sky. So then you will see that your ahankara, it will be broken into pieces. So actually, now whatever Lord says, that comes true. So because he spoke in such arrogance that Lord Shiva got angry, and he spoke those words. So then, but Banasura had become so foolish in his arrogance. He was not like that before, because of the power that he had uh, accumulated over his achievements, due to his achievements. Because of this power, it had blinded his intelligence. His pride blinded his intelligence. So now Banasura, he was so puffed up that instead of, Lord Shiva is actually warning him that, your end will come if you behave like that, or if you don't improvise. But Banasura, instead, like a fool, he became happy. He became elated to hear these words from Lord Shiva, thinking that, oh, when will that day come when I will find a suitable fighter who will cut down my strength? So instead, he is thinking in this way. So because foolish demonic human beings, when they get, overpowered, when they get unnecessarily overpowered with material opulences, and then what happens, they want to exhibit their opulence. And such foolish person, they get satisfaction in showing off their opulences. But this, what they don't realize, this is the reason of their downfall. So basically, they don't know how to spend the energy. Now, Banasura could have used um, his blessings, his opulences in the right channel. He could have become, because he had everything. He had all the power. He had Lord Shiva's association, who was a great Vaishnava himself. He could have utilized his energies for the right causes, for being a Krishna conscious person. But as Prabhupada says, that there are two classes of people. One are Krishna consciousness, and the other class of people are non-Krishna consciousness. So the non-Krishna conscious people, we see they are normally devoted to demigods because they want to accumulate material opulences, material power. So we normally find that they are more. Yesterday, Sharad Prabhuji also explained very nicely that one should be loyal towards one's ishta, not deviating here and there. So the surrender has to be complete. So we normally see that the non-Krishna conscious people, they are always deviating, and they will actually worship the personality who is giving them most benedictions or most material gains. But a Krishna conscious person, he utilizes everything. So a Krishna conscious person might not have anything. He might be poor or less of material accumulation, but whatever little he has, he utilizes it in the service of the Lord. So this is the basic difference between a Krishna conscious person and a non-Krishna conscious person. Non-Krishna conscious persons will utilize everything for sense gratification, but a Krishna conscious person utilizes his senses to serve the Lord. So, because Banasura did not find any opponent, suitable match, a fighter for him, so what did he do? What was he doing? He was exhausting his energy. He was actually causing destruction. So if your energy is not properly channelized, it will only cause destruction. So that's what Banasura was doing. So this is about Banasura. Now let us see about the key points that that Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur is saying. The key thematic points over here is devotion and arrogance. When does devotion become arrogance? So Banasura's character, it embodies a complexity of devotion with arrogance. Earlier, he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. But later on, when he got the strength and the power, and he got intoxicated by the strength, and that's when his intelligence got clouded. Vivek khatam ho jata hai. And then then the way he spoke, he actually showed off his arrogance to the person who gave him that power. So he was showing off his power to the person who gave him that power. So obviously Lord Shiva would get angry. So he actually provoked Lord Shiva's anger. And so this particular theme highlights the duality of devotional service, that genuine faith can coexist with ego. That is possible. And that we see in our lives also. That only as you're improving, progressing in your spiritual path, only then we become humble, humble, humble. So it's actually an ongoing process. But if it gets into your head, then obviously it has destructive consequences. Then the next point that is highlighted from Banasura's character is his desire for recognition. Banasura wanted to, why he's in a way challenging Lord Shiva, that he's willing to fight Lord Shiva, who is his Ishta, his Bhagwan. So he is willing to fight with him just to show off, that for the need of recognition, that he wants to show off that he is the conqueror. So he wanted to highlight that. He wanted to come to the limelight. So this greed for recognition, that is here highlighted. So this reflects the common human tendency to seek validation through power and achievements. So material wealth and the greed for the material wealth, when not utilized properly, it turns into it turns into a intoxication, which finally takes you to a level to can actually take you to degrade you so much that one can do any injustice, one can go to any length to prove oneself, and that again is the cause of one's downfall. So desire for recognition also, मान बढ़ाई बोलते हैं ना कि false ego. So that is desire for recognition. Then nature of true strength. Now Lord Shiva is definitely the most powerful personality in all the three worlds. He has got 60 qualities. Well, Lord Krishna has 64 qualities. So he is so powerful. But what is, although he has made Banasura very powerful, but what is Lord Shiva's understanding? Lord Shiva, his wisdom reveals true strength. He believes that true strength is not in showing off one's might or showing off one's power, but it is to understand the true inner strength, not the physical proneness. So humility is required, the ability to recognize one's limitation. So a person who is humble, a person who is grounded, he would never cross his line. So his vivek will not, his discrimination will never get clouded. So that is the power of true, that is the nature of true strength. So it is a reminder that strength without wisdom. So if you have a lot of power, but there is no viveka, it can only lead to foolishness and arrogance. Then the role of divine mercy. Lord Shiva's initial anger towards Banasura, like Lord Shiva is powerful enough to kill him then and there. He could have hurt him, he could have, punished him, but he was a he's a pure Vaishnava. So he was reluctant to harm Banasura. Vaishnavas are compassionate by nature. So he was reluctant to harm Banasura in spite of his arrogance. He said that, okay, he just warned him and he let him go. So that shows the nature of divine mercy is always compassionate. They give you as many chances as possible for the person to improve. Then we see next the illusion of control. So a person who wants to control, he gets into illusion, So here, Banasuras believe that he can manipulate circumstances to achieve his desires reflects the illusion of control that many individuals harbor. So his eagerness for battle signifies a misguided understanding of agency, where he believes that fighting will resolve his inner turmoil. So inner turmoil can never be, it can only be resolved by true peace. If there is true peace inside, only then one's turmoil will go away. So that reflection has to be there and that surrender has to be there. But Banasura was misguided because he wanted control. So that's why he got disillusioned. Then the sixth point is consequences of ignorance. So here there is one word kudi in Sanskrit, which means the dangers of ignorance. So Banasura misinterprets Lord Shiva's words. Lord Shiva was actually warning him. So he misinterpreted him, it led him to believe that he will become victorious. Kudi. That refers to lack of discrimination, lack of wisdom. And in this context, Banasura, it led Banasura to his own destruction. So this highlights the importance of viveka, wisdom in spiritual practice. Without wisdom, one falls down because one's own mind misguides him. So this was about Banasura and who was he and his status and how did he make Lord Shiva angry. So overall, this passage provides rich philosophical insights into the nature of devotion and the complexity of divine mercy and the consequence of ignorance and arrogance. So these insights serve as a valuable lesson for spiritual growth. So one has to, what are these valuable lessons of spiritual growth? Self-awareness. One should be aware of one's own limitations. And so even if you are, suddenly you become famous, or you become opulent, or whatever you get in material life, one should still know, one should be aware of oneself, and one should know his limitations. And then reminding us of the dangers of pride. Pride always leads to downfall. And that's why the importance of humility is stressed here. And the true nature of strength. True nature of strength is one has to find inner peace. The outer turmoil cannot be inner turmoil cannot be seized or cannot be overcome by without peace. So one has to have internal reflection, introspection should be there, and surrender has to be there. The role of divine mercy, that a Vaishnava or the Lord's devotees, they are always compassionate like Lord, and the need for discernment and wisdom is required in spiritual life. So even if we are in spiritual life, that doesn't mean that we will not fall down. Unless and until we have ego, we will fall down sometime or the other. There will be a downfall. So ego has to be completely terminated and humility has to be developed. So this is what we see in these 9 verses, the key points. Now let us see these questions are very important, which also help in the recap session. What specific actions or attributes demonstrated Banasura's arrogance in the devotion of Lord Shiva? He was a devotee of Lord Shiva. So what, in spite of being devotee of Lord Shiva, what did he do? How did he demonstrate his arrogance? Lord Banasura, in his arrogance towards Lord Shiva, in his arrogance, he demonstrated that he believed that physical strength and achievements could challenge a divine being. He was aware that Lord Shiva is not an ordinary personality. He's a Mahadev. He's a greatest. He's a Lord. So, but still, he demonstrated that he could challenge him. He was challenging the person who made him what he is. So this is how he showed his arrogance. Then how can one cultivate humility in the face of spiritual growth without falling into the trap of self-deprecation? What is self-deprecation? Self-deprecation is too much modesty, belittling oneself. So how should one cultivate humility in the face of spiritual strength? Humility is being humble, but that doesn't mean one should not be confident, or one should rather be belittle oneself, अपने को कम समझना. So without falling into that trap, how to cultivate humility to develop spiritual strength? And in what ways can the lessons of Banasura's story can be applied in the modern day life? So to cultivate humility in the face of spiritual sin, it is beneficial to practice self-reflection, that is introspection, and mindfulness. One should study his actions. One should reflect on what he is doing, what is wrong, what should be done, what not should be done. So that self-introspection should be practiced. One has to be mindful. You cannot just act as per your desire. Then acknowledging the true strength that comes from the understanding one's limitations. Now, Banasura, he is challenging Lord Shiva, knowing that Lord Shiva is a divine personality. So he had to acknowledge that, I have been given all this opulence has come to me because of Lord Shiva. So he shouldn't have crossed that line. So one should acknowledge one's limitation. You should not cross certain lines. Then engaging, this is very important for us as Vaishnavas, engaging in acts of service, seeking feedback from others. Showing humility is what? Seeking feedback from others, how I can improve myself, and being open to feedbacks or improvement, being open to criticism. That makes one person humble. And being open to learning also can also make all these things help in maintain balance while preventing one from falling into self-deprecation. So without losing our confidence, without degrading ourselves, we will cultivate, we should develop humility to get spiritual strength. And the last question here is, what ways can the lessons from Banasura's story be applied to modern day struggle, where pride and desire, people are struggling to get for recognition, people are struggling to get power. So Banasura's story, when applied to modern day struggle, reminds individual to be aware of the dangers of equating personal worth to external validation. So when one becomes greedy, he wants to show himself only powerful just to for social recognition, like everybody should think great of him. So one should be aware of the dangers when we do that. And rather than seeking recognition through achievements, one should focus on inner growth. So this is a very important point. So one should not that one should not try to achieve things, but side by side, parallelly, the focus should be on inner growth also and developing authentic connections. Now, Banasura had external opulences. He had the power, and he also had connections with the great uh, uh, Krishna conscious personality, that is Lord Shiva himself. He was so connected. He was a favorite of Lord Shiva. He could have made the best of his association. But what did he do? He only spoiled everything, and he invited his own downfall. And practicing gratitude. So by practicing gratitude, one develops humility, and this helps individual overcome false pride and foster more profound sense of self-worth, and that isn't reliant on external accomplishments. So one should never be proud of one's material accomplishments. Rather, one should be focused and try to balance the peace of internal peace, and one should focus on inner growth also. At the same time, one should also try to work towards the external accomplishments. When both are balanced, then one becomes successful. So this was the first part of the story of today, that is Banasura. Now, going ahead, we now get introduced to Usha. Now, Banasura had a very beautiful daughter, and her name is Usha. And she was of marriageable age, and normally the princesses, they have their own palace and they have all the opulences and all the comfort. So these unmarried princesses, they are guarded by girlfriends. They have women guards around, and they live with many girlfriends, maid servants, or somebody who is assisting them. So this Usha, one night she was sleeping, and she dreamt of who? None other than the grandson of Lord Krishna, who's Anirudh. So we can say how the story is developing and what is there in the fate. So Usha dreamt of Anirudh, that Anirudh was by her side, and that she was enjoying a conjugal relationship with him. And she had never seen Anirudh before, and she doesn't know anything about Anirudh, but she dreams of Anirudh. And in the dream, she just woke up shouting that, "Oh, my beloved, where are you? Where are you?" So when she actually woke up, she saw the other girlfriends who were sleeping with her. They were looking at her, and she suddenly got embarrassed and she felt ashamed. So then after that, one of Usha had a very close friend, a very intimate friend. Her name was Chitralekha. And Chitralekha was a daughter, like her name is also very meaningful. We'll see how her name, she suits her name. So Chitralekha was the daughter of Banasura's prime minister. And Chitralekha and Usha were very close friends. And so Chitra, as it happens between close friends, they are always interested in each other's lives. So Chitralekha was very curious why she shouted like that. So she is asking Usha, my dear, you are not married to anyone, and nor have you seen any suitors till now. So I am so surprised that why did you shout like that? Are you searching for someone, or have you found somebody suitable for yourself? So now Usha, obviously because she is her best friend, she confided in Chitralekha. She said that yes, in my dream I saw a very nice, very beautiful, very handsome young man, and he was so beautiful. He had such a swarthy complexion, and his eyes were like lotus petals, and he was dressed in yellow garments. He has long arms, and he had such beautiful bodily features that any girl will get attracted to him. And I feel so proud to tell you that in my dream, I was kissing this very beautiful young man. And while I was enjoying the relationship with him, suddenly he just disappeared. And when he disappeared, I became extremely, extremely disappointed. And now I'm very anxious to know who this wonderful man is who has stolen my heart. So Usha, without meeting Anirudh, without knowing who is Anirudh, she didn't even know his name. She fell in love with Anirudh because of this dream. So now Chitralekha, now we'll see Chitralekha's role. So she heard Usha. So Chitralekha said, I can understand you very well. And like, but because I'm your best friend, I will find this man for you, this boy for you, wherever he is. Within this three world, wherever he is, whether he is in the upper or lower or middle planetary system, I'll just find him for you for your satisfaction. But will you be able to identify him? So she said, yes. So she said, okay, fine, let me draw some pictures for you. And then you let me know which man did you see in the dream. So as I told you, we'll come to know her name suits her. Chitralekha started, drawing pictures of all kinds of personalities, demigods, people from higher planetary system, and all these personalities that we normally hear about, Gandharvas, Siddhas, Chanaras, Daityas, Vidyadharas, Yakshas. And she also started drawing pictures of human beings. So Chitralekha, she drew many pictures. And among the human beings, then she started drawing the members of this Vrishni dynasty. She started from Vasudevaji, father of Lord Krishna. Then she drew the picture of Lord Krishna. Shurasena, the grandfather of Lord Krishna. She drew a picture of Lord Balramji and all others. So, but when she drew the picture of Pradyumna, this Usha, she became little bashful. That means she became shy, and at the same time, she became little embarrassed. And then later, but it was not Pradyumna also. Later, when she saw the picture of Aniruddha, she immediately recognized Aniruddha, and she lowered her head and she started smiling. And at the same time, she became very ashamed also. So Chitralekha immediately understood that this she has fallen for Aniruddha. So now this Chitralekha was not a normal girl. She was like a yogini. She had mystic powers. And as soon as Usha identified Aniruddha in the picture, Chitralekha could understand, like she immediately came to know that this is the grandson of Lord Krishna and he is Aniruddha. And they had not seen him before. But because of his mystic powers, she could draw, but she would know like where to find this person. So that very night, what did she do? She went out into the space, and in a very short time, she reached Dwarka city. And there, Dwarka city is it has to be the most protected city because it is the city of Lord Krishna. So she goes there, she enters the palace of Aniruddha. There she finds him sleeping very soundly in his very huge palace and his opulent bed. And Chitralekha, by her powers, by her mystic powers, she immediately she kidnapped Aniruddha in the sleeping condition only, and she got him to the Sonatipura, to Usha, and in the palace of Usha. And there, because Usha wanted her or wanted Anirudh as her husband. And then when Usha saw Anirudh, she started jumping with joy, and she started enjoying the company of Anirudh. And Anirudh had no idea initially what was happening. So the palace in which Usha and Chitralekha they were living here, was very. It was guided very. It was guarded very strongly because Usha was a princess of a very powerful king, Panasura. So the palace also, because she was a girl, it was guarded by women guards. There was no male guards, and it was not possible for any male to enter this palace. Yet, because of Chitralekha, and Chitralekha got Anirudh over there, and Usha started living with Anirudh over there. So here, what happens after that? In the Anirudh started living with Usha in the palace, and as time passed, Usha started developing more and more feelings for Anirudh, and it was love from her side, and her love was growing day by day, many folds. And Usha, because she was madly in love with Anirudh, she was trying to please Anirudh in every possible way. She would give him valuable garments and flowers, and adorn him with garlands and incense, and whatever opulences she was able to give to Anirudh, she would do that. And there was a lot of so the whole atmosphere was made very romantic. Uh, by the bedside, there are like things like drinks like sharbat and milk and nice eatables. So she tried to please him with not just with service but also with sweet words. She was completely in service uh, of Aniruddha. She was serving him with mind, body, and soul. So Usha almost like worshipped Aniruddha as if he was the god. And Aniruddha also forgot everything. Uh, he when he saw the excellent service of Usha, he uh, he just forgot of all other things, and was able to uh, forget the outer world, and he was in awe with Usha because Usha loved him in such a manner. So it was an atmosphere of love and service. So he practically forgot himself, and then did not even recall how many days he has been away from his own home. So this was this is how Usha and Aniruddha, they by fate they came together. They started living together. So now in this passage, what we see is there is love, there is desire, there is mystical interplay between fate and divine intervention. Now, something like this is literally not possible. Chitralekha could, get Aniruddha from Dwarika to Sonatipura, something we can't think of. She had not even seen Aniruddha. She didn't even know who's Aniruddha. But this important, significant role that Chitralekha played to get them together, that is very significant. Now, here we see what are the important points: desire and longing. So, the initial longing, so it started with just a dream. So, the initial dream, that became a longing. The initial longing of Usha for Anirudh, it illustrates the powerful nature of desire. To fulfill one desire, one can go to any limits. Her dream of experiencing love akin to that of Parvati and Shambhu shows how deeply human hearts yearn for connection and romance. So here they have given the example of Lord Shiva and Parvati. that desire can lead to so many other things. So this desire is not merely physical. So in this case, it is not a physical desire, but it also has a spiritual longing for union. So it is basically a holistic desire, not just on the physical level, but also it has a spiritual longing. Then divine intervention. The role of, here I think there is a typo. The role of Chitralekha, not Parvati. The role of Chitralekha in guiding Usha is significant aspect of the of this particular episode, signifying the profound influence of holy figures in human affairs. So her assurance to Usha that she will find her husband reflects the brief in predestined relationships and the idea that higher powers orchestrate the path of love and fate. Now, Chitralekha, firstly, she could have just ignored the dream of Usha, but she paid attention to it. She went out of her way to draw pictures, make her recognize who the person is. Then she reached out to that person, got him to Usha. Now, this is nothing but, fate. They were destined to meet. So this is not just because, had it been something like that, Chitralekha wouldn't have been inspired to go, out of the way and do something like this. But this was there, this was planned, this was destiny. So divine intervention. And then recognition and identity. So Usha had seen Aniruddha in dream. The moment Usha recognizes Aniruddha through Chitralekha's drawings, so just a dream, then in the drawing also she was able to recognize uh, Aniruddha, is a poignant instance that underscores the theme of identity and recognition in relationship. So once you recognize who the special person is, you start identifying yourself with that person. So the joy and embarrassment she feels upon identifying her beloved speaks volumes about the transformative power of love. Love has got immense transformative power. One changes oneself for the sake of other person. So here Usha also, she changed herself completely. She transformed in love of Aniruddha. The recognition leads to profound emotional engagement. So when you are involved with a person emotionally, physically, and spiritually, the relationship is a very profound relationship. So Aniruddha and Usha's relationship was not just on a physical level. It was a divine will. It was orchestrated by fate. They were destined to meet. And then Usha's recognition, she could have just forgotten about it, thinking that it's a dream. But just one dream led her to a very strong desire, a very strong longing that led to somebody, helping, aiding that particular dream to get that person. So everything was put into line just by one dream. So obviously it was destiny. Then the mystical powers and fate, like Chitralekha uses her mystic powers to connect Usha and Anirudh. This underscores the belief in the supernatural's role in human relationship. So whoever we are meeting in our life also, we have some kind of relationship with them or some kind of debt to pay back or take from them. That's why we are meeting. So nothing, we just don't meet people without any connect. There has to be, somewhere there is a connection. Somewhere there is some, some interaction to happen. That's why we meet, even strangers. So this suggests that love can transcend ordinary boundaries. But in this case of Usha and Aniruddha, their love was so strong that they could, Usha could actually, with the help of Chitralekha, could get Aniruddha to her. And the influence of divine energies. Now, Chitralekha couldn't have just got these divine energies. Maybe for this reason, she was such a mystic yogini that she had to play a very important role in the meeting of Usha and Anirudh. That can facilitate connections that seem otherwise impossible. So when destiny is there, impossible things happen to make that thing happen. And then the fifth point is sacred space and intimacy. Now, how was Usha treating Anirudh? With lot of love, care, and they were with each other in a very intimate in lot of there was a lot of intimacy between them. So the notion that these quarters are forbidden by men underscores the sanctity of the relationship. There was nobody around, so they got their space and intimacy to for their love to bloom, suggesting that true love requires the a protected space where intimacy can flourish. So that's why this concept of honeymoon, the newlywed, they go away for some time to spend time with each other. So love grows or love requires intimate space wherein it can, flourish. It can bloom undisturbed by the worldly attractions. So one has to give each other time and attention for the relationship to develop. Okay, then following with these points, service and devotion. Usha's acts of service and worship towards Aniruddha reflect a philosophical idea of love in the form of devotion. It was not just for physical satisfaction that she was serving him. She had served him in such a manner that Aniruddha had become God to Usha. So her service was extraordinary, not like normal service. Her offerings and care for him convey that love is not about personal fulfillment. This is a very important thing Mataji also suggested in the recap. It is not for personal fulfillment, but also about selfless service and commitment to the beloved. One has to serve selflessly and one has to be committed to the beloved. So that is how Usha was serving with great love and devotion to Aniruddha. That's the reason Aniruddha forgot everything about, oh, he is away from his family. He is not in Dwarika, he is in Sonatipura. Aniruddha forgot everything about it. And last point over here is illusion and reality. The narrative explores a thin line between dreams and reality. That particularly through Usha's initial dream, your dreams has the potential to become a reality. So it shows that there is a thin line between dream and reality. Usha's initial dream of Aniruddha. So this theme invites contemplation of how desires shape perceptions of reality. So one should be very aware of what one is desiring, especially for a devotee. One should only desire the serving the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So if that desire is strongest, then no one can stop us to, to actually get Krishna Prem. So the goal is Krishna Prem. So one has to be, like yesterday also Mataji, Prabhuji, Sharad Prabhuji said, that one's devotion has to be focused, one pointed devotion, like how the horse is wearing he wears this thing which not allows him to see left, right, only he can see straight. So the devotion has to be completely focused and the goal has to be very strong. So this passage encapsulates profound insights into human emotions of Usha and Aniruddha, divine orchestration, how Chitralekha gets Aniruddha to Usha, and the complexities of human relationship. Now they are actually, because of their meeting, a big drama will follow, urging readers to reflect on interplay between desire, fate, and nature of love. So here also we are ending the second part of this chapter with very important three questions. Is what specific mystical powers Chitralekha had to allow her to make her meet Usha and Aniruddha. So Chitralekha had these mystic powers, and she had derived these from the understanding, like she had got these magical arts, and she had developed these magical arts, and she had the ability to navigate through different realms, because she, without knowing Anirudh, she knew where she was. So she kind of just transcended from Sonatipura to Dwarika, and she was able to get Aniruddha. So these are like not ordinary powers. So her power, her magical arts were working in different realms. Then this may involve clairvoyance, illusions, and supernatural skills to facilitate their connection. So these are like these are like mystical powers, clairvoyance, illusions, and supernatural skills. These like she possessed. She was a yogini. Then what does the relationship Usha and Aniruddha? How does the relationship of Usha and Aniruddha evolve beyond their initial encounter in the palace? So their relationship develops that they fell in love, but they will have to face the challenges. Their love will be tested by things such as family obligations, societal expectations, and external conflicts will be there. So these challenges would further deepen their bond, which we will see ahead, and help them grow individually and together. So because one is together, the relationship would should make one grow not only individually, but also the focus should be is to grow together, providing a rich exploration of complexities of romantic relationship. And the journey could involve moments of both joy and struggle. So we have seen in earlier also many cases where love is both. One has to experience joy as well as struggle, further highlighting these complexities. And what role does fate play in in uniting or bringing together Usha and Anirudh? And what are the consequences of those who oppose from their destined path? So whatever is destined for you, that should be accepted with gratitude, because only the relationship that are destined or that are there in fate can bring, you can say, happiness, can bring peace. But the characters who are opposing their destiny, they have to face dire circumstances, consequences that is mentioned over here, such as separation, heartbreak, and conflict. So this reinforces the idea that living in alignment with one predestined relationship. Nowadays, there is this thing of, even after getting married, people are getting separated because they go through lots of ups and downs in their life. So some relationships survive who are, because they are thinking, because they are ready to sacrifice their because the sacrifice is happening from both the ends, those relationships survive. But those who don't want to give in, so their relationship break. So nowadays, even the marriage is supposed to be predestined. They say it's your fate, but still then it breaks. So when we are not happy, when we don't accept the predestined relationship, then it leads to further conflict and it leads to suffering. So now I think we can take a break unless the time permits. Babuji, what do you say? Should we take a break? Or should I continue? Because I don't know how I'm doing time wise. Hare Krishna.
Actually, please continue and finish because time is very less.
Okay. So last part is only remaining. So let us finish and then we should have enough time for discussion also. So I will just continue with the story. So now Usha and Aniruddha living together. What happens after some time? Usha starts developing certain bodily symptoms wherein it was understood that she is having some relationship with a male friend. Now, remember, she is staying in her own palace, which is full of women, full of females. So she is developing these bodily symptoms. So her actions are now cannot be hidden because she is overjoyed, she is cheerful in the association of Anirudh, and she's always jumping in joy. So the guards are also women. So these women of the palace, they could guess easily that something is wrong and she is having some kind of relationship with a male person. And without delaying, they just go to Banasura and they inform Banasura that this Usha has actually has something going on. She is in association with a male person, and basically in our culture, an unmarried girl, when she is having a relationship before the marriage, brings a lot of disgrace to the family. And the caretakers, they said that we have been overcautious, and but now we see these symptoms that we can see in Usha, and we know that this is a result of this is a result of a disgraceful association. So the servants, they inform Banasura that we have tried, we have not showed any neglect in the guarding of the house, and it is not possible for any man to enter the palace. But we are also surprised that how could a male has entered. So they immediately they let Banasura know about it, and they don't understand how this actually happened. And Banasura is also obviously very shocked, and he says that he is shocked with the news that his daughter, his like she's the king's daughter after all. So his daughter is no more a virgin, and this comes very heavily on his heart. And he immediately, in the rage of anger, he rushes towards the palace of Usha, where she is living with Aniruddha now. And there, Banasura, he sees Aniruddha. We can see this in the picture also. Like Banasura has come with his 1,000 arms, and what he is seeing in front of him, Aniruddha and Usha are sitting. So they are, Banasura sees Usha and Aniruddha, they are sitting together and they are talking. So, and they are looking very beautiful also together. So, because Aniruddha, after all, is the son of Pradyumna. Pradyumna is himself Kamdev. So Aniruddha has to be extremely handsome. So Banasura realized that he's such a good looking guy. So Banasura saw his daughter with Aniruddha, and Aniruddha has to be like, in his mind, he realized that he is a suitable match. Yet, because of honor of family prestige, he did not like this combination of Usha and Aniruddha. So Banasura could not understand who this boy actually is. And he appreciated that Usha could not have selected anyone more beautiful in the three worlds. So he was absolutely the perfect match for Usha. And again, he also saw the beautiful features of Aniruddha because he was in the lineage of Lord Krishna. And uh, still, Banasura, after seeing that how perfect Aniruddha was for Usha, still he was angry because he was an egoistic person. And when Banasura saw Aniruddha, Aniruddha was at that time playing with Usha. And Aniruddha was nicely dressed, and Usha had garlanded him with very beautiful flowers. And that reddish kumkuma powder of the breast of a woman that was spotted on the garland of Aniruddha. So that showed that Usha had embraced him. So Banasura was struck with wonder that even in his presence, both of them are, peacefully sitting and talking with each other. And Aniruddha, now he knew that his future father-in-law is not at all he's not pleased at all to see him, and that he is planning something to, planning an attack on him. So not finding, because Banasura then he came, because he was angry, his soldiers came, he came with his troop. So not finding any suitable weapon, Aniruddha, just to defend himself, he just got hold of a big iron rod, and he stood before Banasura and his soldiers. He firmly, took a posture, like he stood in such a way that it indicated that, he was like death himself. He was death embodiment. So he stood very confidently. He started striking, blowing the soldiers of Banasura with the iron rod. So he went on, beating them up somewhere injured in their arms, legs. He started breaking their limbs, and everybody started, falling on the floor, like how we see a hero. He fights with all the different mm, villains. So he killed them, like just as it was just a very easy for him to defeat all the soldiers. Like how tiger would, make make or kill all the barking dogs. So he was so, it was easy for Aniruddha to, defeat them all. So he was able to then, after fighting with him, Aniruddha was able to escape from the palace. And Banasura knew various arts. So while he was escaping, Banasura was no less. He, by the grace of Lord Shiva, he had this very special weapon called Nagapasha. These are like ropes of snake, the snake moves, they call it. So that weapon is called Nagapasha, and he seized Aniruddha as he was going out of the palace with those ropes. He seized Aniruddha and he arrested him. And later on, we can see him arrested in this particular picture. And later on, Usha comes to know, she gets the news that the father has arrested Aniruddha. And because she was so much in love with Aniruddha, she started crying loudly and she was unable to get control on herself. So here we see that conflict and resistance, the clash between Aniruddha and Banasura's guard symbolizes the epic struggle. Sorry, I missed this particular slide. So here we see that Banasura, when he arrests Aniruddha, what are the points in this particular part? Innocence and corruption. The girls, they are very innocent, and when they come across someone, then they get contaminated. So here the narrative opens with the urgent alarm from the female guard, signaling that signaling a theme centered on fragility of innocence. Banasura's swift reaction to the perceived corruption of his daughter highlights a father's instinct to protect. So immediately he wanted to protect Usha from Aniruddha. So he ran. Now this protection could be for various reasons, for out of societal expectations, and also that her daughter has lost her purity and morality. And so these concepts are very deeply rooted in our culture, and at that time it was a big uh, thing of disgrace to the family. So the powerful juxtaposition prompts a deeper inquiry into the complexities of desire, love, and nature of innocence. So Usha was completely surrendered to Aniruddha. Her love made her come close to Aniruddha, but that was actually seen like as a kalank or as a contamination by the outside world. Then divine beauty and attraction. Aniruddha was magnificently beautiful. He was the son of Kamdeva himself. This illustrates that divine allure transcends mere human experiences, highlighting the profound transformative love, power of love and attraction. This has already been discussed before. And the extraordinary presence serve as a testament to deeper connections forged in spiritual relationship, elevating love to a divine status. So when love becomes complete surrender, it gets elevated and it gets a divine status. And the third point is conflict and resistance. So when there is such a deep love, there is no there is no, there has to be opposition, there has to be a conflict, that it will be resisted by the other people. So the clash between Aniruddha and Banasura's guards symbolizes the epic struggle between spiritual love and material world's opposition. So this has been throughout. The struggle between spiritual love and material world will always be against spiritual progress. So Aniruddha's courage in the face of overwhelming odds embodies the indomitable nature of divine love as he tenaciously defends his feeling against relentless adversity. So Aniruddha stands by his love. He fights it. He doesn't run away. He fights against the danger that was coming in front of him. So his strength against the guards not only underscores the theme of righteousness, because he was on the right path, he proved himself right, but also exemplifies the universal fight for love amid challenges. So if there is love, there will be challenges. So one has to overcome these challenges. Mystical capture and divine play. So Banasura's use of mystical ropes, that Nagapash ropes, this was to arrest Aniruddha. This introduces the enchanting concept of divine Leela. So now, was it possible to arrest Aniruddha? He is the grandson of Lord Krishna. But still, because it was Lord Leela, Aniruddha had to be captured by Banasura. This happened. A term that refers to the divine sport or play of gods. So this act serves as a reminder that even holy beings can be influenced by higher powers, illustrating the intricate dance between free will and divine orchestration of our material existence. So everything is a part of a divine Leela, whatever comes about. And fifth one is emotional depth and suffering. So Usha is obviously very, very attached to Aniruddha. So that's why she is emotionally shattered. Her tears, they express pain of separation and motive of devotional literature that reveals a philosophical truth that love is intrinsically linked to yearning and suffering. Wherever there is true love, there will be there will be a great longing, there will be suffering. Love has all these ingredient into, like it comprises of all these feelings: true love, suffering, yearning, then union. So suffering and yearning are part of true love. Then role of divine energy. The passage concludes with the recognition of Krishna's Leela Shakti, the divine energy that enables Banasura capture Aniruddha. So this reinforces the belief that all actions in material realm are guided by divine forces, and emphasizing the notion that our earthly realities ultimately dwell within the hands of the sacred. So we are all Katputlis. We have to dance as per what is destined for us, but we also get little bit of our free will to practice, which can with which using that with discretion, we can change our uh, fate also, our destiny also. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments that his comments weave a kaleidoscope of themes like that dwell in love, the conflicts ignited by desire, the profound interplay between the divine and the material. It offers illuminating insights into human experience viewed through the spiritual lens, inspiring deep reflection and understanding. So very beautifully, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur expresses or narrates, writes all this. His commentaries demonstrate the kaleidoscope of these different themes. So we end with these very important questions of this particular verses from 25 to 33. What are the specific societal expectations that an unmarried girl should not be contaminated? This is the societal expectation. Morality and purity before marriage should be reinforced. And this Banasura's actions are not just personal beliefs, but a result of intense societal pressure. So because society is like that, Banasura acted that way. But he could have accepted Anirudh, but it was his ego that he could not accept Anirudh. So stemming from traditional values that prioritize chastity and familial honor, this pressure often leads to extreme protective measures when these values are perceived to be threatened. So in today's world also we see many for family honor, a lot of crimes are committed, you know. Then Banasura's reaction can be seen as a reflection of the cultural climate that equates daughter's innocence to the family reputation. So the family reputation goes for a toss if if the daughter of the family has a relationship before marriage. Then how does Aniruddha's divine dream and charm specifically affects Usha's feeling towards him? Divine beauty, not dream. Aniruddha's divine beauty and charm affect Usha's feelings for him. So Aniruddha is so beautiful, so charming that Usha could not, help but fall in love with him. And her love, actually, she fell in love with him in the dream only. But when she actually came in association with Anirudh, she experienced a profound spiritual and emotional connect with him, and it deepened day by day. So Usha's feelings were only, only becoming more and more, only growing deeper and deeper. So these feelings of love actually transcended the material attraction also. So it was after some time, it was not just physical attraction, it transcended the material physical attraction, and it went to a different level altogether. So her feelings for him actually strengthened their bond. And even from the side of Aniruddha, he saw her service and so much of extraordinary love she had for him. He also forgot about himself completely. So that's how their bond became very strong. And then in what ways might the themes of desire and love evolve as the story progresses following Aniruddha's capture? So now as the story progresses, following now Aniruddha is being arrested, the themes of desire and love evolve to explore the struggles that arise from separation and challenges posed by familial obligations, and the potential for reconciliation or transformation through divine intervention and personal growth. So this exploration of love's transformation power can lead to a deeper understanding of love as both a unifying and a disruptive force within personal and societal concepts, offering a very hopeful perspective. So once Aniruddha is captured, now what will follow? There will be a fight between the families. Definitely Lord Krishna will come about for his grandson. And then what will happen? So then we'll see the consequences. So very interesting chapter ahead. So with this, chapter 62 is over. And in the next class, we will see the very interesting chapter where Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva is now guarding Banasura. So he has to fight for Banasura. And Krishna will come for Aniruddha. He will come to protect Aniruddha. So we'll see this very entertaining and thrilling chapter 62 in the next class. So I stop here for today. And if there are any discussions, corrections, comments, please, is open for discussion now. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, Mataji. Such a brilliant handling. So proud of you. Thank you.
I was so scared that you gave me the 100th lesson. I was so scared. So I prayed a lot to her before today's class. I said, so I hope, I still, whatever you say, but I tried my best, Prabhuji.
Krishna is with
because
you.
of your blessings.
Krishna is with you.
No, thank you so much.
It's just Krishna has graced me also, picking a right kind of people, Look at this Archana Mataji. Oh, every one of you has very unique personalities. And I feel so blessed. Sharad Prabhuji. He has been with me more than a decade now, I just don't know to what I owe this fortune. Wonderful, Mataji. Congratulations.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji, you have progressed so much in such short period of time. Remember, you used to be scared not too long ago. Now you're speaking like a pro, Any questions, comments?
Very true, my Prabhuji, very true. So wonderful class, Mataji. Big Hari Bol.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Yes, Samta Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Samta Mataji. Thank you so much. Very wonderful class.
It will be
From
wonderful
this
if
class,
I'm able to
we should
answer.
be learn so many things, Mataji. So many
Yes.
takeaways. Because this is really, it affects our life, day-to-day life में हम ये
Very
सब यूज कर सकते हैं, ये जो सारी चीजें हैं। सबसे पहले तो वो है कि हमें
congratulations.
हमारा रियल ईगो को बढ़ाना है, फॉल्स ईगो को नहीं बढ़ाना है।
Correct.
अगर
Thank
फॉल्स
you,
ईगो को
Mataji.
बढ़ाएंगे तो
Wonderful
हमारा
class.
डिस्ट्रक्शन गया,
Thank you,
डिस्ट्रक्शन
Harsha
होने
Mataji.
वाला है।
Yeah.
Now, questions and answers, please. Questions now.
Yeah. Harsha Mataji, thank you. I heard what you said. Yes, any questions or any insights one want to share or further add to it? Sharat Prabhuji,
Let
you
me
can
ask you,
answer.
Mataji.
Yeah.
Aniruddha, as you know, he's one of the Chaturvya expansion, right? Aniruddha,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna, Balaram, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna, right? So how could he be captured by this Banasura? Any answer?
Prabhuji, you had mentioned it very clearly in the slide, no? It was a divine Leela.
Yeah,
Because the story had to go ahead in a particular manner. It was divine intervention, no, Prabhuji?
exactly.
बिकॉज शिव जी और कृष्ण के बीच में युद्ध होने वाला है, जो बहुत ही उनके लिए बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग होता है। जो वो एक दूसरे के सामने आएंगे तो एक उनका भी एक आनंद है स्पिरिचुअल लेवल पे। तो ये भी अच्छी सी लीला होने वाली, इसीलिए ये हुआ प्रभु जी।
Yeah.
And Prabhuji, that too, Bali Maharaj, he is having a son like Banasur, that is also the first son. And with such a Banasur, he is having such a great daughter. So,
Yes,
how
and
to take?
Banasura initially was very devoted to Lord Shiva. What actually contaminated him was his pride, his like with
And Lord Shiva got angry actually with him.
Yeah.
माता जी, जब पावर आ जाता है तभी एक प्रकार का अहंकार आ ही जाता है।
The same thing happened to Ravana also, right? No?
Yes, Ravan. Yes, Prabhuji.
And many other examples also were there.
फिर
like out
भी
of power.
बानासुर जी वो हिरण्यकशिपु के फैमिली को बिलोंग करता है, जैसे प्रहलाद महाराज है। मतलब दो प्रहलाद महाराज कितनी अच्छी डिवोटी है, और देखिए बलि महाराज भी डिवोटी है, मगर
it highlights.
Not too long ago, we heard the story. Krishna's own son, Bhaumasura.
Narkasur. Yes, Prabhuji.
So it's
Hare Krishna.
a great pastime of the Lord, you know. Yeah, go ahead, please. Somebody's asking question.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Wonderful session. Wonderful slide share, Prabhuji. Congratulations for 100 slide. Very, very nice. This is very wonderful. Okay. My question is towards here, Usha. This is actually very famous, Usha and Anirudh Parinam. Okay. That is what generally we call it as. It is very, very wonderful pastime. See, so if Usha is genuinely, sincerely loved, okay, without much of lust, okay, she could have shared all this to his father. But I do not know the intention, not sharing anything to with his father. That itself is deceiving his father, right? So I'm trying to understand from that angle, Mataji. I'm not sure it will come in future sections, future chapters.
You are correct, Prabhuji, but what my understanding is, I think she was so much in love with him that she also forgot about the external circumstances. Like the way she was serving him, we saw that, for her, she completely transformed herself out of love for Aniruddha. She started worshipping him as Lord. So, जैसे Aniruddha also forget everything of the outside world, I think that might have happened to Usha. That's the reason, she did not share this thing with Banasura.
Yeah.
मतलब दूसरा भी पॉइंट हो सकता है कि वो बानासुर से बहुत घबराती होगी, क्योंकि इतना शक्तिशाली है, 1000 हाथ है, तो वो she must be scared of him.
Yeah, correct. No, and she is already, she crossed all her lines before marriage. How would she go and tell that to her father?
Yeah, yeah. Immediately she
Very
met
true.
him. Okay, when Chitralekha brought here, okay, that place, like she crossed all the lines. Okay. So I think we need to understand a little more. It is being called as a love, but is that love or
No,
so much
it
affection
started off with physical attraction, but then it developed into a very strong relationship.
Oh, okay.
The
Started
love,
with physical attraction and
yeah,
then okay.
because out of her service, she was serving him, and as her love developed over a period of time, and she completely got lost in her love. That's why her love crossed physical attraction also. It reached another level, but not on the first thing. First, so she was attracted. That's what she said to Chitralekha also, that I dreamed of this very beautiful man that no woman would want to, that no, every woman would get attracted to him. So
Yeah.
initially it was physical attraction, which developed into love.
Because he himself is son of Cupid, so definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very wonderful pastime, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Any
Krishna
other?
Mataji, Dhanwat Pranam.
Dhanwat
So
Pranam,
wonderful
Prabhuji.
narration, very nice. So key takeaways, but just a follow up with what Prashad Prabhu said. Like the trigger here, if we see closely, is before this incident happened, it is Banasur who is disrespectful to his own guru, right? Lord
Yeah.
Shiva. And then it is not like Usha went and saw somewhere, like she was very well protected and all.
Mm.
The
Destiny.
like Anirudh,
It was there in the website, in the slide. PowerPoint.
so
Destiny.
that's a
It was
destiny, and I think in my view, the trigger here is the sort of Vaishnava Aprad, which Banasur did. Even if we see, I mean, in my view, closely here, like he gets wonderful benediction from Lord Shiva, and then what is he doing? Right?
Yeah.
He's making him his bodyguard, right, or the city guard. That is not like Bali Maharaj. Sorry, this Vaman Dev becomes personal guard for Bali, but that is out of his love. Vaman Dev, he does out of his love without Bali Maharaj asking. Bali
Correct.
Maharaj not even
Yeah.
asking. But here he is asking, Lord Shiva, who is so powerful, who has given him all the power, and then asking that itself,
Yeah.
does not reflect well. But yeah, you're right, Mataji. So much important lessons here on we always have to keep in check.
Bali Maharaj was a very pure personality compared to
Yes,
Banasura.
yes,
Banasura
yes.
had asuric qualities, and as he got power, as in how he was getting powerful, he only started getting more and more arrogant,
More and
and
more.
that was the cause. He
Yes,
was not he was not arrogant from the beginning. He started
yes.
becoming arrogant as he gained power.
As he get the power.
And Lord Shiva got angry with him, and he said that you are going to suffer now.
Yes. So that's how it begins.
Lord Shiva actually warned him that. Now, Lord Shiva was kind of in a peculiar situation. He had to fight on his behalf against Krishna, and who is Shiva, the greatest Vaishnava. So this is these pastimes are telling us so many things in so many layers and layers of things are there, in this. This
These
is
are
all the
actually
Bhagavatam is all
बाप और
about.
बेटे में कितना डिफरेंस है प्रभु जी। बलि महाराज जो है उन्होंने कंप्लीट सरेंडरेंस किया, आत्मसमर्पण। और ये जो है वाणासुर जो है वो एरोगेंस दिखाते हैं, प्राइड दिखाते हैं। दिस इज द बिगेस्ट डिफरेंस।
You see, ultimately he was not a devotee. Like in case of Jambavan also same type of thing happened. When asked by Lord Rama in Treta, how give your experience about the battle, then he said, actually there was nobody who was suitable for me to fight. That's why I did not enjoy this war at all. He never said, I want to fight with you. But Lord Rama, he understood his intentions, and then he told him that in Dwapar Yuga, I'll fulfill your desire. And that's what the story we heard recently, how he fought for 28 days with Krishna. So that is the difference between the devotee and non-devotee.
And also, I really like that aspect, like how we should keep ourselves in introspect but also maintain the balance. Don't go so low, like, oh, being humble means it should not disrupt our confidence. That's a very
Yes,
important
Prabhuji, that was, you said it so rightly. There's a very thin line between cultivating, being humble and being, being confident, like being confidence should not become, being humble should not become so much that, you actually lose your confidence.
lack of self.
Confidence should be there. It should be retained while being humble. So that requires a lot of uh, practice and understanding also. It is so subtle difference.
Another thing I just want to highlight, though in point form it was also given, like Usha's enjoyment with Aniruddha in her dream. Actually, this is more explained in the Vishnu Purana. What happened, Usha once saw Parvati and Shiva enjoying amongst themselves, and Usha, she desired to experience the same feeling. Then at that time, Parvati, she knew everything. She told this young girl that don't get disturbed. You will have a chance to enjoy with your husband. And hearing this, Usha thought to herself, when and who will be my husband? And in response, Parvati addressed her once more. She said that the man who approaches you in your dream on the 12th lunar day of the bright fortnight of the month of Vaisakha will become your husband. And that's why it happened like that. Actually, all these Puranas, they are connected.
Actually, that name Parvati you saw in my slide, it was not
Yes.
a typo actually. In the material that I gathered, that's where Parvati's name is there. And now Sharad Prabhu is making it very clear. It's Parvati Devi who really, helped develop that relationship.
Oh, okay, Prabhuji. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Sorry for that.
It's okay. So
प्रभु जी, मैंने एक
wonderful.
क्लास में सुना भी था कि वानासुर ने पार्वती जी को अपनी बेटी को बड़ी करने के लिए दिया था कि वो उनको पाले पोसे और उनके अपने जैसे बनाए, वानासुर ने। तो उषा जो है स्टार्टिंग में उनके पास रहती थी, पार्वती जी के पास, बड़ी हुई तब तक।
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful discussion, and I'm sure in recap, a lot more questions will be handled. So let's conclude the class now.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Anybody would want to do lesson prayers?
Yeah.
Anyone is free? Rajkumari Mataji, you have never done. Would you like to do nursing prayers today? Or Dipti Mataji? Harsha Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji, let me try, but I don't
Yes.
think I'll be
Yes.
successful.
Most welcome, Mataji. Please come.
Namaste Narasingaya, Namaste Narasingaya, Praladaladaine, Hiranyakasipurvakhya, Silatankarakhalaye, Ito Natsinga, Parato Natsinga, Ito Nasinga, Parato Nasinga, Yato Yami Tato Nasinga, Bahi Nasinga, Hruday Nasinga, Bahi Nasinga, Hruday Nasinga, नरसिंहमदि शरणं प्रपद्ये तव कर कमलवरे नखम् अद्भुतशृङ्गं दलिता हिरण्यकश्यपूतनुभृङ्गम् रभकर कमलवरे नखम् अद्भुतशृङ्गं दलिता हिरण्यकश्यपूतनुभृङ्गं केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंह जय जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
Beautiful, Mataji. Beautiful.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Dhanwad.
Prabhuji. It's all devotees' grace.
Thank you, Mataji. You are a good singer too. Beautiful. See that
Very
the
well,
way
Mataji, very
the
nice.
word you were singing, the bhakti was coming through it. I could see that.
I was
Yes,
not
Prabhuji.
prepared at all, Prabhuji. Suddenly,
Yeah, this is the mercy of Lord Rishimadev. You're obviously a great devotee. Thank
yes,
you.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, everyone. Sharat Prabhuji, you want to add some last words?
No, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
So, Samata Mataji, congratulations again.
Thank
Well
you,
earned.
Prabhuji.
Haribol.
Haribol, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Samta Mataji again.
Thank you,
you,
Samta Mataji.
Krishna
Thank you,
Mataji.
Saratma.
Dhanwad, Prabhuji.
And
Thank
thank
you,
you,
everyone.
Sharvaiti, for good
Dandat Pranam.
teaching. And thank you, Sharad Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Samta Mataji.
Thank you, Samta Mataji. Congratulations to you. Thank you, Joseph
Thank you,
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
Chandra.
So we meet in the next
Nice
class.
class, Madam.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Oh,
Haribol.
Krishna Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.